Hello to the hitters. It is Eric from King Pine Golf Company reporting live from Portland, Maine. Muscle spasms engaged. Golf ball trigger point. We should market this and sell it to the people. I'm logged on here today in a significant amount of pain, having had rested basically all day yesterday. Your boy woke up and was absolutely throttled with the most kind messages that I have ever received in my life. And if you can imagine, if you kind of circle back, pause. If you have not watched the extremely vulnerable video that I posted prior to this one, I was only able to get through maybe 15, 20 minutes of it. And it sounded like, to me, it sounded horrible. And I'm only going off what people said to me, the messages that I received, that I need to leave that up so that you guys can see the progression from that version of myself to now is probably a pretty big step. I'm a lot more coherent. I can think a little bit clearer, but I'm still not all there due to physical pain. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I would encourage you to go watch that so you have a better understanding of kind of what we're dealing with. Now, I'm going to pop in here. We got some comments. As you can see, I'm learning how to do this on the side. Now, many people probably wondering, why aren't you building clubs? The fact of the matter is, these two fingers right now are completely numb, as if I had been sitting on my hand. Like if you slept on your arm the wrong way, that's how my entire left hand feels. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. These black golf clubs right here, they're not easy for me to build. I know that I probably say it looks easy. I probably make it look easy, mostly because I've been blessed with talent that I didn't know that I have. And I've applied it to this golf club building shenanigans. Quick check in the chat. Could we do a video check and mic check? I got the ADHD check done over here, and the I'm nervous check. So if somebody could just leave a comment. I'm going to pop over to the IG here, clip this on, and I'm going to let everybody know we're live. Come on over here. Clip this here. I think a lot of my shoulder issue is from holding my phone like this for the last 2 years. Honestly, I'm good. Hey, Marcus, good. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for popping in here. I'm going to go on IG and I'm just going to say, hey, I'm live now. And then we'll get right into this. I want to talk today about kind of how and why I'm staying positive through this, and explain to you guys kind of the situation that I'm in, why, circling back to the apartment, why the apartment is so important, why I'm having so many stress and anxiety about leaving that place. It sounds childish, but I guarantee you, once I explain it to you, you'll be like, dang, that's deep. So I'm just hopping on here, live on YouTube right now. Boom, share. Awesome. So typically in my life, at this current moment in time where I physically cannot build golf clubs, I mentally am on the edge, kind of referencing the last video. I'm at the point where if I call and text hitters that are waiting, there's some people, the fact of the matter is, some people just see business as business, and this whole issue that I'm dealing with is just a delay in them getting their clubs. And the fact of the matter is, I have to accept and be okay with that. I need to take a look in the mirror, and I need to tell myself, I had set a precedent that I'm going to call, text, respond anytime I possibly can. And I was able to do that for a really long period of time, kind of until we hit this physical issue. It's almost as if God told me, Eric, you're not going to build clubs. You are going to be forced to live stream and talk about your life on this, to the hitters, so to speak. That this is one of my biggest fears. This is one of the things that I've wanted to do forever, knowing that this is truly my calling. This is truly how I can help as many people as possible, is by building the craziest black golf clubs at the same time that I'm talking to the hitters about life and what I've gone through and trying to relate it to you. Anybody that's been on the phone with me before for a set of clubs knows who they're dealing with. They're talking, they're seeing this, it's the same person. So part of it is getting over the anxiety and the nervousness of just coming out and talking. Now, my shoulder is at a point where I really can't build these golf clubs without messing them up. And these people want them. And guess what? I've learned by being open and transparent and honest that there's a lot of people that are willing to wait because of this, right? They're willing to wait. And some people aren't, which is perfectly fine. I have to be okay with that as well. But one of the reasons why I am so content right now with where I'm at is because of the support that I've received from the hitters. I didn't know it was going to be, I thought it was going to be like a 90-10, this guy stinks, because that's where my insecurities in my brain go. The fact of the matter is, there's some people that look at business as business and they want a refund or they need a day that they're going to get their clubs in. I'm at the point now where I feel comfortable saying that in a week or two, I'm going to have all the support and the help I need with Hannah Banana working the phones. This anxiety of me worrying about opening that phone and seeing somebody that's upset with me because they haven't got their clubs, we're going to be able to mitigate all that. And sure, is there going to be some go on an apology tour for some people? Absolutely, because that's what I'm going to have to do. Because the precedent that I set is that I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm going to tell everybody, update, clear as you can get it. And I thought that if I offered that, then everybody would understand. The fact of the matter is everybody doesn't understand. So I got to be okay with it. I got to gratefully, when the time comes, apologize to those people individually, give them their money back or their refund. And then when you guys see what we have cooking here, once we get through this little spasm here and we kind of get through this little hiccup that we've had, and I get the help I need, ladies and gentlemen, we're home free. The way that the hitters have been responding to this while I'm at my lowest point, let me tell you right now, all I got to do is keep this straight. Let me tell you how I'm going to keep my mind straight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me take you back about 7 years to July 21st, the night of. Now, I'm going to weave a little bit here story-wise, but I want you to know at the end it's all going to come together and you're going to understand. Now, I'm going to tell you why the dilapidated apartment that I've been living in means so much to me. As easy as it may sound, when I post that photo up on Instagram, or you guys see the real conditions, because it's way worse than I can describe in my own words. You guys have to see the photos. That's just how I am. When things are hard, I put on this cape and I go, I'm going to handle this. And I wear all that stress and anxiety and I put it on, even knowing sometimes I'm not going to be able to get it all done, right? Because at the end of the day, I just want to make people happy. So why is this apartment causing me so much stress and anxiety? Well, back when I stopped drinking, I had no idea that drinking was my issue, right? I thought that I was depressed and anxious, and all the things in my life were the issue, and drinking was my escape. So about 7 years ago, I took my hands off the wheel. Same thing I'm doing now with the business aspect. I have people helping me getting this stuff straightened out, diggity dialed. All I had to do was ask for help. And guess what? All the people helping me are hitters, the same people that messaged me going, you're doing that. I appreciate you. Keep going. Keep grinding. Those are the same guys I have helping me straighten out the business stuff so I don't have to stress about it, so that I know, okay, once I get Hannah Banana on board, we have our team, we have a game plan. This right here is what I'm going to do on a daily basis while I build the clubs. sadly, your boy's hand is numb, and it's probably not going to make for good clubby building, especially not raw blackout clubs, right? So I'm battling this guilt in my mind right now as we speak that I should be trying to build clubs, knowing that the person's clubs that I need to build, he wouldn't want me to build them. He messaged me and said, "Get right, do you?" But mentally, I still want to freaking build the clubs. So I want to build the clubs. I don't want to talk about my life in the condition that I'm in, but I'm going to because, like I said in the last video, for the last couple weeks, I've been trying to figure out. Okay, here's a big decision. Here's what I think is the right choice. I've been picking the opposite for a couple weeks, and it's been going well. So me not wanting to come in and talk to you guys, this is gonna absolve me of the guilt, I would say, of not being able to, actually get the clubby work done, actually be able to make phone calls, return phone calls, because repeating the story of what's going on over and over is going to set me back. It's going to get me in a mindset that's not going to help me move forward and bust through this. And all the people helping me, all the hitters supporting me are telling me you're going to get through this, right? So when I moved in to the apartment that I currently live in now, I was a year and a half sober, and your boy did not have King Pine. His motivation was to get through this stressful part of life, figure out who I was as a person without drinking, and maybe if I could help some people along the way. And AA taught me that there's a lot of people that need help, but the fact of the matter is, there's more people that are alcoholics that aren't just alcoholics that need help and can hear something from this story and my life. So this apartment I've been living in, if you can imagine, I paid cheap rent. It was my first opportunity of being independent since getting sober, and I've lived there ever since. Now, I've paid cash with no receipt for 6 years, and the conditions of the apartment have continuously got worse to the point that I'm just a handyman. I'm a fixer. I'll go in and I'll fix that thing up if it means that I'll be able to answer more phone calls and push King Pine, make more content, push it in the direction it needs to go. I will happily not cause a problem with my leaky window if it's going to cause me more pain in my life or take more time for me, take time away from doing this. And here we are. I learned the hard way that I'm going to have to do this with my screwed up shoulder until I can, so that the hitters know that they're not sending me these messages knowing that it's just they're not being read or there's no action being taken. So as hard as it is, here we are. Now this apartment, why it's causing me so much stress is really because I feel as though, well, people have told me that I'm being treated wrong when it comes to this. I was just grateful to have a place to live, and I was so focused on King Pine and making King Pine successful that all that personal life stuff, I didn't have time for it, as crazy as that sounds. So you can imagine the stress of living in a place for 6 years with your dog, and then they try to evict you without trying to make anything right that they've done. It's really difficult for me. It's really difficult to leave, as childish as it sounds. I mean, Cubby is there right now, and I feel guilty leaving my dog there alone, honestly. But fortunately, we've got Hannah Banana who's helping. Your boy hasn't, can't. Your boy's daily routine has been thrown out the window. But why am I so positive? Why can I hop on here and talk to you guys about this stuff? Because I've been through way worse in my life. That's just the truth. For example, uh, how I ended up in this apartment. Right. Let me tell you this story. I think this is a good entry point for this story. Leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I got to get used to mixing the chat in here. So let me collect my thoughts for a second here and tell you this quick little story of how I even ended up. So if you can imagine 28-year-old Eric, no king pine, not golfing, right? Just drinking at night, right? Trying to escape from the reality of his life. As bad, I thought my life was bad, but my life was actually pretty good compared, right? Through life's perspective. So, kind of the last few weeks of my drinking was literally me hoping that I could get drunk enough not to wake up the next morning. That's just the truth. Um, and towards the end, as I was running out of money, not going to work, I had kind of reserved in my mind that when I ran out, that was going to be the end, if you know what I mean. Okay. That's just the truth. I can't say some words here on YouTube, but that's just the truth. So when I made the decision that I didn't know what was best for me, I hopped on a bicycle around 9 p.m. at night and I rode that bicycle um, about 18 miles from Old Orchard Beach, Maine to Maine Medical Center in Maine, in Portland, Maine. And I checked myself into the emergency room with what's the word that thoughts. Okay, I don't want to say too much. I spent about 24 hours in the hospital, and then they moved me to this place that was kind of like an outpatient. I'm going to say this wrong, but like a rehabilitation place where you have the option to leave at any point that you want, right? So I went to this place, and it's kind of like a group home where everybody's got different stuff going on in their lives. And the harsh reality was that I was in there with a lot of people that were seriously dealing with worse stuff than I was, much worse, right? And I had to look at these people and realize, like, the level of stress and anxiety that I'm feeling is exactly the same as these people. This is, to them, this is the worst thing in their life that ever happened. And to me, this is the worst thing in my life that's ever happened up until this point. Um, and so, kind of getting on the same page as these people and talking about your issues, you just realize that, like, damn, I really don't have it as bad as I thought. The same exact situation that I'm sitting here in, spasmed out, can't build golf clubs. Oh, the hitters, the world. Oh, you guys, I've built this thing that's made it so that I can't quit. I have to come on here and talk about this, knowing that this is like the dream, right? So I check into this place. I'm there for a couple of weeks, and I get close with this older guy. His name is Doug, and he basically, he's going through his own kind of midlife crisis. He's about 15, 20 years older than me. And one day I had nowhere to go. Okay. Nowhere to go. There was a little, to pick up the pieces and put it back together wasn't going to be that difficult, realistically. But at the time, similar to how it feels now, if I let the weight of the world bear down on me, I'm hopeless, right? If I let myself get in a negative mental attitude, what do you think the hitters are going to do? They're going to go, oh, he came off the rails. But no, I was built different. Okay. I was built for this, not built. I wasn't born like this. I had to endure struggles of life so that I could see the beauty of this situation right now. Um, he asked me, so Doug goes, do you want to come check out a sober house? He says. And at that point in my life, I had nowhere to go, nothing to do. And my thought process was, well, if I can get into this place and I can kind of take advantage of this situation, the cheap rent, I'll be back on my feet in no time. I think a lot of people would have thought like that, especially considering mentally, I hadn't accepted the fact that drinking was a problem for me. I still thought I was mentally not okay. Now, I was mentally not okay, but it was because of the drinking, right? Oh, wow. So I said yes. And this is something you'll hear me say often. Just say yes. Obviously, don't say yes if it's like, hey, you want to go jump off a bridge? No, don't say yes to that. Yes, meaning if you know right from wrong, good, bad, right? How easy is it to simplify something? This is the right decision. This is the wrong decision. The right decision for me was to go to that sober house and not miss an opportunity. And that's what I did. And the next thing you know, your boy is landscaping, mowing lawns one summer, paying $500 a month, living with 13 guys in a sober house for a year. Okay. And very quickly, the second AA meeting I went to, I realized that everybody in the room was just like me. But they also had like these drinking issues that they had overcome. So what did I do? The same way I applied myself to King Pine, I applied myself to AA. My whole mission was to heal from these issues that I had that were causing me pain. And it turned out I had no idea. My own naivety slapped me in the face. Eric, you are an alcoholic. Wow. Once I was willing to accept that, my whole life got a lot easier. Holy crap, I'm this. That explains a lot. Couple that with a lot of the stuff that I want to act normal. I want to be normal. I want to feel normal. The fact of the matter is, when I talk about this stuff, people go, holy crap, dude, you've overcome a lot. And I go, I know. Why don't I talk about it? Right? Because I'm afraid. So I spend a year in that sober house, and then I am offered the opportunity to move into an apartment down below. Imagine that independence. In 1 year, I went from, being a helpless drunk, and then by the next year, I had gotten a job back in the field that I had basically removed myself from because of my issues, and it was a better job. It was a better career path, and I felt really good about everything. And then, the pandemic happened, and you can imagine it was almost like a reset period for me. I was still in the same spot, and I was at this point. I had kind of like circling back to what I said in the previous video. I'm just going to parrot this so you don't have to go back and listen to it. Lost my train of thought there for a millisecond explaining that. I'll come back to it. So, apartment, year soap. Circling back to what I was talking about in the previous episode, so you don't have to go back and listen to it. I got to a point in AA where I tried to sponsor some people and they relapsed, and it took a hard toll on me because I couldn't see that. I didn't understand why or how somebody would do that. And it was black and white for me. Don't drink. And I just started thinking that I could really help more people, right? This is kind of how this all started. This is why I'm even talking about this crap right now, is because I know this is going to, after the other day, imagine seeing this. I'm way more clear today. I feel clearer. My mind is sharp. I want to build 7 million clubs and make content, but this is what I'm being told. As much as I don't want to do this, this is the right thing to do. Okay. So at the time, it felt like the right thing to do was separate myself from AA and see if I could change. Remember, I was saying, if my obituary reads, recovered from alcoholism. I don't want that. Throw that in there somewhere. But number one, first line in my obituary, I wanted to read, made a lot of people happy. Something like that, right? Added value to people's lives. That's what I want since getting sober. That's the truth. There's no money, nothing. I genuinely feel that when I lay down at night, if I'm not spasming on the floor, that I might be able to sleep soundly without that stress, anxiety, and depression of not feeling like enough, knowing that these clips are out there and people can watch them at any point and gain some inspiration from it, right? And this is literally from the hitters. If all the hitters didn't message me the other night, still saying, keep going, I wouldn't be here doing this right now. So as I separated myself from AA back then, about a year and a half, 2 years sober, I made a commitment that I was going to try to make everybody happy that I interacted with on a daily basis. And anybody that's met me in person will probably have a story about meeting me. That's just the truth. It's not because I walk through life trying to do that, right? That's my goal. My goal isn't to sell 7 million clubs today. My goal is to make somebody smile. And then we'll build some clubbies, right? I can do it all at once, not spasmed out, but I can do it. So you can imagine now, right? I've laid all the foundation, the groundwork. I did as much as I could in AA. I took it really seriously. Thank God that I don't have any desire to drink, even when the times get so hard. But what do I have? I still have the stress and anxiety and depression that I've lived with my whole life. That's just the fact. I'm working on getting rid of that. This, I do truly believe, is going to help me overcome that. So put yourself in your boy's shoes. No king pine. Nobody telling me you're a legend. No one saying keep going. And I had to push through every single day, grinding through the insecurities of my life, facing my fears head on every single day, basically for a few years. And then it got to the point when we started King Pine, right? I'm at the point now, I've got 2 phones, an iPad. I'm streaming. I have a girl named Hannah who is the best in the world. She is the hitters are going to love her. Watch how the comeback is going to be sickening. But, I mean, we got to grind through some hard times right now. So how do I do it? How do I do it? My apartment, I haven't been able to take a shower. Think about my routine. Think about all the stuff that's been messed up. Okay. 2 showers a day. My dog's home alone. I have to move out. I've got to move into somewhere new, right? I have to completely change my schedule and deal with the fact that I have a lawyer that's helping me, right? Knowing this situation with the apartment is so bad. We've got lawyers involved. We've got so much help. Hitters, they're all hitters, right? So why in the world would I be negative? Why? Think about all the stuff I've overcome in my life, and we'll go deep into every single story as we build this King Pine Live up. Slowly, you guys are going to watch me start building clubs. I won't be able to help myself because the hitters, if you guys go in the chat right now and just start build clubs, build clubs, build clubs, you guys are going to gas me up so much that it won't matter that my fingertips are numb. Now, granted, if I'm building your clubs with numb fingertips, you're probably going to be like, Eric, please set those aside. I really want my clubbies to be King Pine dialed, right? Why would I not be positive now? Although my apartment, I've lived there for 6 years of my life, and the windows leak so much water that if I'm not there when it's raining, I have to empty the bucket every hour. Every hour. But I will do that. This is the strange part. I would do that. Like, I would trade that for not being evicted because my heart, my everything has grown so much in that space, as bad as it is right now, as dilapidated as it is. I couldn't turn the heat on. I can't take a hot shower right now. Okay. The place is going to be condemned, ladies and gentlemen. When I get the courage to show you guys everything going on, you guys are going to, get so fired up. Let me tell you. But slowly, you guys, tomorrow, we're going to do this again. I freaking pray to God this is good enough, maybe a little bit of feeling in the fingertips so I can build. Because if you can't tell, mentally, you guys have got me gassed up so hard, I'm ready to run through a freaking wall. I'll sleep on the floor in here. If it means the hitters are going to cheer me on, right? That's the point. That's the level I'm at. I'm so blessed. I've built this community. And although from a business standpoint, I've got to return calls. I've got so many people trying to order clubs. I've got people trying to make changes to orders. I've got so many people that know that if I can get through this little period of my life, get through this apartment BS, get through this, get Cubby set up, how much confidence am I going to have coming in front of you guys, building clubs, talking about this stuff? I won't be distracted because you guys will already know the whole story. You guys will be able to ask me questions straight up. and I'll be able to answer them straight up because I've already covered my bases here. You guys know about the apartment. You guys know about me being a drinker. We'll go into in depth. Thank God I don't have the desire to drink. But at the end of the day, I just boil it down to literally, it's this simple. My brain, all crazy ADHD, does it out. I can find some peace knowing that if I make the right decision or the wrong decision, what was the right decision for me to do today? I ask you. Sit at home in my bed with Cub, wishing that I could come in here and build clubs, or opening my phone and reading all these messages so that it inspired me so much that I didn't have a choice. I had to come in here and record this, right? Numb, muscle relaxed out, knowing people want clubs. But I've received so much support from the hitters that I feel like this is what I have to do. This is genuinely what I have to do. I'm a trust your guy. I don't know if you're spiritual or not. Your boy's spiritual because you don't go from where I was to where I am now in 2 years without having some faith. Okay. So wherever you're at on that spectrum, higher power, God, atheist, anything, as long as you don't believe that the world centers around you, which is how I thought when I was drinking, right? And you think outwardly, like right now, I know, even though I'm talking to 5 people and this is recorded, that somebody's going to find some strength from this, from me talking through this in a hard time, from me just being like, why am I positive right now? I'm positive because I got 2 hitters named Rich and Morgan going to absolute war for me. 1, with the landlord. I don't have to worry about it. I could. 2, getting all the business stuff dialed from the X's and O's standpoint, from a VP, vice president of a real company, helping me, hitter. I could stress about that, but fortunately, I have Hannah coming in to help me schedule, talk to the hitters, communicate with the hitters, schedule my schedule so that I can do this, what I enjoy, talking to you guys, and at the same time, be productive and absolutely kill it, get our delivery time down to 2-3 weeks, even lower, so that everybody is happy, right? That's the goal. Let's deliver these crazy clubbies. I'm ready to start talking to the people. Hannah Banana's on board. We almost avoided all this. If it wasn't for a spasm, right? I was moving at a clip that I really couldn't believe. The stuff was that how fast, how great things were going. And so we had a speed bump. What do you expect? I'm a 35-year-old guy who I like working out, but the fact of the matter, I hadn't treated myself great for about 28 years, right? So let's get this thing healthy. Let's get the hitters dialed. And listen, if you made it this far and you're asking yourself, this guy's freaking crazy, go watch the other one. Go watch the other one. Okay. Your boy, that was hard. Imagine trying to rewatch that. It's hard, but I know people got something from it, so I'm leaving it up. I'm not going to finish watching it, though. Please hit like. If you're watching this now, hit the old like button. All right, so here we are, 34 minutes and 13 seconds in. I feel like the stream is going well. We have no lag. Could you guys bump some questions in the chat? Just say hi, something. Give me something to talk about. Am I making sense, hitters? Do I make sense? Should I read some of these messages that you guys sent me? Hold on, we're spasming. Every time I try to pick that up, we spasm. Ooh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me see here. It's all right. So here's the fact of the matter. See this golf ball? All right, hold on. Watch this. I got to get used to this. That's my boy, Chris. Chris, I appreciate you. I love you. He's known me my entire life, for reals. He's known me my entire life. Well, the doctor, everybody's on board with getting your boy healthy, obviously. But here's the truth. This attitude that I have to come in here and get stuff done is not going to help me heal faster. So yesterday, as much as I didn't want to do it, I rested all day. And I think what we're dealing with, kind of talking to my doctor, is I've been so tight for so long, and a lot of people will tell you over the years. Anybody played golf with me, the neck's an issue, right? It was neck, so the neck is loosened up to the point that I believe now the thing that's letting go is this pec and the muscles on the back of my shoulder blade associated with that being pulled forward. I think it's all letting go and loosening up, kind of like when you go to the gym and you lift for the first time in a long time. No matter how much you lift, that next day you're like, oh my God, I'm so sore. That's kind of what I'm dealing with, except it's the more I stretch it out, obviously, it gets elongated and then it wants to tighten back up. So they're not going to stop me from doing this. This is the least I can do for the hitters right now is talk about this stuff while this is going. Like once I get feeling back and I can pick something up without worrying about like my motor function not properly, I can work through pain on that. It's the numbness that really is the issue. And the numbness, I believe, is from all that muscle tightness kind of clamping down on nerves or whatever. Doctors know more than me. Okay. But it's going to be better soon. Look, we're going to push through it no matter what. Thank you for the question. What's good in the hood, ladies and gentlemen? Didn't feel like that was 37 minutes. If there's anybody here that would like to ask a question, I think what I'm going to do is try to make a few, well, I say I was going to try to make a few phone calls, but the fact of the matter is I should probably check on Cub because that boy's sitting at home alone and it stresses me out. It's on the low, It stresses me out. Diggity dialed. See if we can't poach any more IG users over here. Get them on in. All right. We're getting used to it. We're getting used to this streaming thing. I'm obviously leaving this up. I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to start organizing some clubbies here. I've got so much stuff to do. So I'm going to try to do some stuff here. Be productive. I'm going to try to be productive here as much as I can. Probably got to re-up on the relaxers here in a minute. I'll see you guys on the Instagram story, and I'll get ready and start preparing for another live stream now. I'm praying to goodness gracious that anybody, if you're, my higher power, God, whoever, if you're listening, let me build some clubs tomorrow, please. Let me I want to build clubs so bad for the people. I want to be able to work that phone and be stress-free. But the fact of the matter is these unforeseen circumstances, this stuff that I'm dealing with in my personal life, it's so hard to accept the fact that it's bringing me down, but it is. And I cannot thank the hitters enough for their patience and understanding, because it would be really easy just to kick me while I'm down, so to speak, So one sec, I'll bring this up. James says, before you go, I just wanted to say thanks again for this. I'm really going through a lot of similar things, so it's nice to see I'm not alone. Dude, that's the point, right? I think the whole King Pine persona, it's everybody loves what King Pine stands for, but at the end of the day, even I, Eric, dedicated myself to King Pine too much. And whatever you're going through, James, let me tell you this, dude, the end is near, bro. As long as you keep your mindset thinking positive, don't think about the stuff that's bringing you down. Okay. That stuff, know for a fact that you can get it. It will be addressed. But for now, the only way that you're going to be able to get through, it's right now. Sometimes in AA, they say 1 day at a time. I used to say 1 hour at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. And in dire circumstances, you have to break it down to 1 second at a time. Win this second. Okay. I'm going to get off here and I'm going to feel guilty that I stopped. How strange is that? it's this battle that I have in my mind that I'm never going to be enough. It stems back from my parents kind of letting me and my sister wander off, right? It's interesting. A lot of people have issues with their parents. Uh, it's weird. I have this perspective now. If your parents were around the whole time, they're better. They did better than mine. You know, it's weird, but that's the perspective some people need to hear. And if there's anything, James, that I can do for you to help at this point, I genuinely feel as though the more people that I help, like the better my shoulders gonna get. As wild as that sounds, right? Like the quicker, the more I help, the more I talk, the more I let this stuff go so that people can hear it and grow from it and watch me overcome this crap. Uh, I genuinely feel like that's the right thing for me to do. The wrong thing for me to do today would be not do this because I feel like maybe I don't sound like I'm talking clearer than the other night, but I sure as heck feel like it. And as much as I want to delete that video from the other night, I'm not going to because look at the difference between then and now. And wait till you see how sharp your Roy is next stream. We might be building some raw blackouts. I might be diggity diggity dancing because that's what the hitters have done to me. They've motivated me. Let's go. Yeah, James. This is a Instagram is hard with the messages, especially if I don't follow you back. Um, I'll look through the inbox. Even if I was put it this way, the reason why I have everybody call, the reason why everybody knows that this person that's talking right now is the real guy that's King Pine on the other end, is because all the people who have ordered clubs have had this conversation with your boy. They know your boy, right? So you guys should know, like, the people who really want golf clubs from me call. I pick up the phone and I get you diggity dialed. It is so hard, stressful, and anxiety filled to go through the DMs. But because James just told me that, I have to go through the DMs tonight. That's the truth because there's people in there that need my help. So I'm going to go through the DMs. As stressful as that may be, as painful as that may be, I got to face my fear because if it means helping James, it's worth it for me. I almost swore. I haven't sworn yet on this stream. Let's go. Here's Kenny. Kenny's been waiting quite a while for his set of raw blackout 245s, and he and I had a conversation the other day. It went exactly how you would expect. Incredible support from the hitters. And look, even if you're done, look at Kenny knows. Kenny knows he's getting one of two raw blackout sets, and that's it. And guess what? He's forever going to get to say that these clubs were built during this period of time because the stuff we have lined up, as long as I don't come completely unraveled, boys, we're going to bounce biggity biggity back. Kenny, this is why I do this. Hitters, this is why I do this right here for the hitters. James, I hate to keep putting you on blast here, but I'm telling you right now, this is helpful for you, right? Dude, there's still people right now, James. Imagine this. I don't know the exact number of sets I've delivered, but I can tell you that there's less than 3 people that have a set of King Pine clubs that they're not the best set they've ever played. And I'm not saying that as an egotistical thing. I'm saying it because even if I make a mistake, I always try to make it right, even if it's, going to cost me, even no matter what. People will tell you. I'm always trying, no matter if there's a long wait, there's an issue with this, an issue with that. I always take the blame because I know at the end of the day, when I deliver these gosh darn clubbies, they're gonna be diggity dialed. But if I have the mindset of, Kenny, dude, I'm going through so much crap. Stop bothering me, bro. I'm sick of this. He's gonna be like, dude, screw this. Give me my money back. And there's still people that do that, and I'm not even upset with them. How crazy is that? Because I know on the flip side of things, I'm going to kill everybody with kindness. I have no animosity towards anyone. The fact of the matter is, your boy's crippled. Is what it is. Kenny knows that. Kenny, my boy, talk about it. It sucks. Anybody watching this that's having trouble, just go talk about it with me. Talk about it with your best friend. Just say whatever you got to say. Get it off your chest. I would implore you not to spasm like your boy is doing. But, you know, I am so fired up. I've never been in such, like, imagine being in a hole. You've got a ton of people that are counting on you. And although I'm not going to be able to what's the word I'm looking? Although I'm not going to be able to deliver tomorrow or the next day, I will be able to deliver in like a week or two. And goodness gracious, listen to me when I say this. If you don't think these golf clubbies with me in the mental state I'm at excuse me, magic powers, you don't think a noodle launcher has magic powers or stamped wedgies? I'm telling you, man, I've been putting that extra sauce on these clubbies before I send them out. A lot of people will tell you, I just shot the best round of my life with brand new clubs, never hit them. Wait till you see the magic that's coming after this. All right, I'm yapping. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to get some stuff done. I'm going to reconvene with the hitters. I'm going to get back in mental state, back to recovery mode. I'm so happy I logged in here. I don't care how many people watch this. But if you need something, you DM me. And if you don't get an answer right away, you just got to know that your boy's going through it. He's going to be okay. And I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. I love you. I love the hitters. Thank you so much for the support. Wouldn't be possible without you. Oh, and in case you were wondering, I'm wearing this camo hat so that you can't see the way that I think. Love you guys. I'll see you later.